Hi, I'm Jessica Resch.
And I'm Sandra Resch, and we own Jessica Resch Couture, a women's formal wear line based out of Charleston, South Carolina. We're going to talk about the design process today. So I'm asking my mom, Jessica, the designer and co-owner, what inspires her, how she makes a dress, the samples, and all those little odds and ends details to give you a behind-the-scenes look at the design process. And then I'll cut here. And then maybe I should put on glasses and fold something so it looks like I'm interviewing. No, we're not going to do that. Okay. You do like the weatherman. Veronica. Stay classy, Santiago. Okay, ready? So, tell us, what inspires you for your designs?
I get my inspiration from usually just my surroundings. Outdoors. The good thing about Charleston, we have such beautiful architecture and the color of the buildings. I get lots of inspiration from that. I also get inspiration sometimes just from the fabric. I let the fabric do the talking. I'll start by taking the fabric and draping it on the mannequin.
Sorry, I let the fabric do
She did
the
that.
talking.
She screwed that up.
Gets me. That was funny. All right.
Okay, so I shouldn't say that.
No, I think it's nice. It
Wait,
just
I'm
made
going to
me
laugh every time I say it now.
Okay.
Okay, let's try this. Okay, ready? And action. So often I let the fabric inspire me by draping it on the mannequin and just seeing where that takes me, how the fabric flows, how it hangs. So that's another way I get inspiration. And other times I just get inspiration, just comes to me out of nowhere. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it just kind of comes.
Yeah, it's just floating around.
Yeah,
and
it
grab
just
it out of the air.
pops in my head, and I'll be like, wow, I think that would look great.
Yeah.
And I do it.
Okay. I need to scoot over. So I'm like slowly rolling downhill.
Well, I think this room is slightly slanted.
I know, I'm like slowly rolling down.
The house is crooked a little bit.
Okay. Well, how long does it How long does it take you to make an original design?
I usually I can spend like 2 days working on the pattern once I've decided on the design of the dress. And then another 2 days perfecting it and doing what we call the sample or the muslin.
I think that's a really interesting process, and not a lot of people understand that you just don't make that dress from the sketch, right? And it's done. It's not. There's a lot of trial and error.
There is a lot of steps involved. I'm even surprised at how many steps are involved to make a single garment. People think that, oh, you just think it up and it's poof, you make it and there you're done. But there's the pattern making, the sample making, and all the tweaks that go in with that to get it just right and get the fit just right, the design just right, and then picking the right fabrics that will work with it, the sourcing of the fabrics. There's a lot to it.
Right.
Not to scare anybody off from it, because I don't want to make it sound like it's not worth the process, but because it's fun, but there's a lot to it.
So when you are making the sample for it to become a finished product, how many times would you say you're cutting or recutting a pattern and messing with that muslin version first?
I guess it depends on the difficulty, how many pieces go to the design, but probably on the average 3 to 4 times for me. Going in and making little changes to make it a little bit better. For me, about 3 to 4 times. I have heard of designers that will do it 8, 10 times sometimes. So it really just depends on how difficult the piece is, and getting it all just right.
Right. Well, great. That's a little bit about our design process, and the more that you watch and stay tuned with us, we'll give you behind the scenes of her actually making and cutting and doing all of those things as well. But those are just a few little tip of the iceberg things to put your mind behind the scenes for Jessica Resch Couture.
Thank you.
Thank you.